I'm Ravi Singh, engineer, 38 patents, 17 royalties, aviator, 1,000 hours of rescue pilot missions, investor with over 22x of returns in deep tech, teacher, entrepreneurship with over 100 papers published, C-level leader of many companies' $0 to billion journeys. Hi everyone. The topic of today's session is profitability. Let's get started with a simple question. Why are some firms more profitable than others? Well, to answer this, let's first tackle a related question. Why do firms exist in the first place? At its core, the answer is simple. Firms exist to create value for their customers. This value creation is what eventually leads to increased shareholder value. So where does this process of creating value begin? It starts with the customer. Let's look at a simple example to illustrate this. Imagine a company that makes smartphones. The cost to produce a smartphone, including materials, labor, and overhead, let's call this cost X. Now, by making and selling this smartphone, the company is creating value for its customers. This value is a combination of both tangible aspects, like the physical device itself, and intangible aspects, like the brand reputation and user experience. These are the factors that make customers willing to pay for the product. This willingness to pay is the core of value creation. But just creating value isn't enough. To survive and thrive, a company needs to retain a portion of the value it creates. This is often reflected in the price customers are willing to pay. However, the smartphone company won't necessarily charge customers the maximum amount they are willing to pay. The final price will consider several factors, like the target market share, the presence of alternative products, and what competitors are offering. This pricing strategy helps the company capture some of the value created, allowing it to sustain and grow over time. When a company's activities enable it to both create and capture value effectively, it has a competitive advantage. This means the company can deliver superior performance compared to its competitors. However, this advantage is not guaranteed to last forever. Competitors might copy or imitate the company's successful strategies. Or the company might suffer from internal inefficiencies, such as outdated processes or a poor organizational culture. The essence of a successful strategy lies in a company's ability to consistently create and capture value for its customers year after year. This continuous cycle of value creation and capture is what leads to sustainable competitive advantage and superior performance. But there's a catch. When we look at different firms, even within the same industry, we often see significant variations in performance. For example, analysis of different industries shows that sectors like information services, software, and household products have high returns, while industries like steel, oil, and gas, and utilities show lower returns. What accounts for these differences? This question also intrigued Michael Porter, a young professor at Harvard Business School in late 1970s. His research led to insights that revolutionized our understanding of business strategy. Drawing on industrial organization theory, Porter concluded that the average profitability of an industry depends on its structure. Industry structure refers to the various players and forces that shape how value is created, captured, and distributed within an industry. Poorly structured industries tend to be less attractive and therefore less profitable. So, who are these key players in an industry structure? Let's use an example of a clothing retail company to break this down. Suppliers. These are the companies that provide raw material like fabric or services like garment manufacturing. They are part of the value creation process, but are also trying to maximize the value they extract from the system. Customers. These include individual shoppers, online buyers, and retail chains. Customers seek to get the best products at the lowest prices, which can push down the company's margins. Rivals. Competitors in the clothing retail space might offer similar products, which limits how much any one company can charge. Substitutes. Other forms of clothing, like second-hand stores or rental services, provide alternatives to new clothes, capping how much customers are willing to spend. New entrants. New brands or companies entering the market can increase competition, driving down prices and margins. These actors apply pressures, what Porter calls forces, that shape the profitability of an industry. The more powerful these forces, the more they drive down prices and profitability. Summing up, the structure of an industry and the forces at play determine how the total value created is shared among suppliers, customers, rivals, substitutes, and new entrants. Industries with strong favorable structures tend to be more profitable. However, even within these structures, the actions of individual firms, such as innovation or efficient operations, can lead to varying levels of profitability. Understanding these dynamics can help us grasp why some firms perform better than others and what it takes to sustain success in a competitive market. I hope you found the sessions insightful. Thanks for your time and attention.